It's like pizza in a bowl.
Currently, we're at Mythos restaurant, and it's got this Greek mythology type of feel to the atmosphere. Really pretty inside. It's got a lot of giant sculptures around. It's supposed to be rated number one restaurant in theme parks. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We got our tomato soup just arrived. Both gluten-free. So this tomato soup is very hearty. The cheese in here is really good. It's the Tuscan tomato soup. I would have been really disappointed if they made this wrong, because you can't do tomato soup wrong. I mean, this is actually really good. It's good. Very hearty. And cheesy.
So this is really cool. If you go ahead and take a look, they're giving me gluten-free bread as a part of the meal also. And if you take a look at the bread itself, always the squeeze test. See how soft that is? This is not your crunchy, cracker-like, falls apart kind of bread. This is very nice. And they brought enough for everybody at the table. Instead of just, oh, okay, here's your gluten-free bread and everybody else eats normal bread. Or instead of just only providing the table with non-gluten-free bread and me just having to go without, I actually get to feel like I'm participating in the dinner. I'm really happy about that. I just took my first bite. The noodles aren't hard. They're very evenly soft. So you don't get this inconsistent texture where you take a bite and it's really hard, and then all of a sudden you take a second bite and it's really soft. You also don't get any dead spots in flavor, which happens a lot when noodles aren't mixed properly, because then the flavor that you get that you're putting into the noodles doesn't actually get spread out evenly. So you get some spots where you just don't get any flavor at all and it just tastes like noodles, or you go to other spots that it tastes too strong. This is very evenly distributed. The choice of add-ons, like the carrots, the bean sprouts, and the chicken, they balance out the flavor really well. They gave me lime and lemon. I don't think I'm actually going to need it just because of how well balanced the flavor is. But on top of the chicken, it also gives me shrimp. So this is going to be nice, hearty, and I definitely feel like I'm going to be very full after this.
This is perfectly seasoned. The outside, perfect. The inside's very juicy. What this is called the beef medallions, which is the shoulder of the cow. Therefore, there's a certain amount of fat, but not too much fat, that it absorbs all of the flavors and the seasonings. I think that it's very, very good. You eat it with the potatoes and the beans and corn. It adds to it because it's soaking up the flavor from the steak onto the rest of the sides. And it just brings it all together. This is really, really, really good. Very, very tasty.
The food was really good. It was hearty. It was heavy, fulfilling, and at the same time, it wasn't very expensive. It ended up costing us about $50. That's including the 2 soups that we had. That's also including the medallion that Monica had, as well as the pad thai that I had. And although we didn't get drinks, we only got water, it was still a really good amount of food that we were paying for inside of an amusement park. It didn't feel like we were paying a heavily inflated price. Yeah, I can understand why this restaurant was rated number 1. I mean, they checked all of my boxes in terms of price, in terms of decorum, in terms of food, and in terms of service. They hit it on the gluten-free nose, and I'm so happy about that.